Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to episode 2 with our partnership with FiveYards. Obviously we looked at the defender NUFC must sign this summer, hopefully that was staying up, and this time it's to look at which midfielder we should sign. I have picked a centre mid today. I'm going to run through 3 options and I'm going to tell you why I'm picking the man that has been chosen, the chosen one, the special one. Wait and see, wait and find out. If you don't know about FiveYards already, I'm going to whack this intro in a little explanation that I did from the first episode to see me repeat myself. We've teamed up with FiveYards for this video, so shout out FiveYards for sponsoring this video and suggesting this little mini series. You know, basically it's where you can scout players for fun, or you can do it and back your money on it, but you don't have to. It's free just to have a look at the website and go on it and scout players for fun and just do it that way. Or like I say, you can put your money where your mouth is, entirely up to yourself. First on the list, number 1 contender is Ibrahim Sangaré. Probably pronounced that wrong, but you know, we'll wait and see. Let us know. A lot of you actually got in touch with us with this one when I put out the tweets and Instagram and stuff, and a couple of years did mention Sangaré, so I'm gonna have to, when I get my PS5 back, when I get back from quarantine, have a go with that, sign him on FIFA, see what he's really like, because obviously that's the real judgment of things these days. 23 years old is Sangaré, centre mid from PSV. And he said Paris Saint-Germain there, just PSV, no one knows what that even stands for. The Dutch team, Eredivisie, beat the stadium before on a school trip. Fantastic. Current price there, £18 million. Performance pay this season, 400 grand. So, you know, he's pricey, but we've still got a decent budget, remember? You know, we had 60-odd million, we've got 40-odd million left now after signing Max Aarons at right back in episode 1. So, we've got a bit of play with, we can splash out a little bit because you wait and see the striker. The striker's a decent one next week as well. But with this one, obviously, obvious on the fact of a couple of players leaving. And remember that we are going to stay up because, you know, currently we are 17th. Which is still yellow, but, you know, we're going to see that we're staying up. And this is who would sign in the Premier League, who I would sign in the Premier League. Make sure you pop in the comments who you would sign. Defender, midfielder, forward. Defender Max Aarons this week, soon to be revealed. Currently, contender number 1 is Sangaré. He's priced there, so like I say, 40 million to play, so we can hit around the £20 million mark really with this one. Again, there's the info. You can click on the info to find out what the crack is with him and how these things work. It's only got the Europa League on there, hasn't got the Eredivisie, so 3 wins for him and 1 assist. So he's doing alright really. Look, his player price there is going up. From November, he was 16, so if you had bought him before the start of 2021, he would be doing alright. Got a strong buy scouting recommendation, so like I say, you can chuck your scout reports in and stuff, get involved in the FiveYards scouting community. Let's have a look what Jonathan Dickens had to say back in December. So he bought him at 15, his price is now 18, so very good scout report by Jonathan Dickens there. He has the score, profit 3.2 million. Wow, look at that potential possibility for Sangaré. His level now is 75. His potential to go all the way up to 90. That is huge. So without a doubt, he could be playing for one of the top clubs in the world in a couple of years' time. Remember the name. I'm sure he will make it. Newcastle snap him up now. They could sell him on. He could be the next kind of Sissoko, maybe. You know, playing for Tottenham, Champions League finals and that. Still has one now. He hasn't really put much in there actually, Jonathan Dickens. Where's the info, Johnny? You know, last time I had loads of information from people. But never mind, someone else needs to go pop one in. Maybe I'll pop one in. Wants to know about him. But you know, Sangaré is a beast in the centre of midfield. He is a tough opponent. He does chip in with goals and assists. He does get up and down the park. So he is a bit of a powerhouse in the terms of just liking him to Moussa Sissoko. He is kind of that, but probably a bit technically better. Obviously playing his trade in Eredivisie, playing some good football. So he is a very good option, especially when you look at these potential levels there. One to keep in mind. Is he the one I'm going to be picking? Obviously not, because we're saving them for last. So, on to the next one. Option number 2 is coming from France, and that is Boubakary Soumaré. I think I've nailed that one. That was a nice pronunciation. Still probably not correct, but it sounded good. Sounded good enough. A player Newcastle has been linked with now since winter window, like January 2020, I'm sure. So like just over, actually 2019 was it? This was apparently when Newcastle were going to break the record. This was the winter before. This was the January before we were saying Julian, because Soumaré was meant to be our record transfer signing. We're meant to be signing for like £45 million. It obviously never happened. Apparently the player turned it down, but did we really put in a bid that high? I mean, I doubt it. We've been linked with him for a couple of years now. He's been linked with quite a few Premier League teams, so he's probably on the verge of a move this summer, I would have thought, from France. 22 years old, centre mid, breaking into the French team as well. His current price on here is 26 million, so quite steep that one here for us on 5Yards and for our budget. 4 months per season, 720 grand. 8 wins in League One. No goals, no assists though. So, you know, he's more of a tough tackler, maybe more of a Kante type player, you know, a pretty Isaac in, maybe, you know, French robust player there. He's got 1 assist in the Europa League. Player prices stay consistent there really since March. There's no scout reports on him, but he is, you know, that unit in the middle of the park, someone to break up play, someone to get stuck in, and he's got an engine on him as well. He has got a great engine on him. He's a very athletic player, so he's a force to be reckoned with. He will be an excellent player. Soumaré, I think obviously there doesn't tell a scout report, so we don't know what his potential will be. But if Sangaré can reach 90, I wouldn't put it past Soumaré getting right up there. You know, it's a matter of time before he goes to maybe PSG. They're just going to steal the best players. If he does go abroad, you could see him maybe in Spain or Germany would be a good fit for him, but definitely the Premier League. You know, you see Arsenal saying the likes of Thomas Partey. I think he fits that type of mould of player really. So you could see him in the Premier League soon. Maybe a big move is on the horizon for Soumaré. So Newcastle should be after him if they've apparently been after him before. But he's still on the radar. Snap him up. A lot of money though on 5Yards and a lot of money in real life. So probably not going to happen. So we're going to move on to number 3. Here he is. Here is the main man. Here is the centre mid Newcastle United should sign this summer. James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse, everyone. Just breaking into the England team now. Well overdue, in my opinion. If you watch my FIFA videos, I signed him about 2 years ago on career mode when he was just 24. He is now 26. Centre mid, of course. Captain of Southampton, who have struggled this season of late, especially obviously the second half of the season. They were top when they beat us in about November. But they've been in the bottom 6, bottom 8 really, innit? Because you know, they've been lucky. They've been lucky that like Newcastle have been so poor below them to keep them there. Otherwise, they would have got dragged right into the scruff of it. They've probably just got enough now. I think they're about 33, 35 points, about 8, 9, 10 points off the bottom 3. So they'll probably be all right. But if we had any ambition, and we did get a takeover, or it might actually just show ambition, and you know, sorry, Southampton fans, but Newcastle are a bigger club than Southampton. Most definitely history, fans, stadium, city, the lot. So Newcastle could entice Ward-Prowse away if the big if is showing ambition. You know, if they went in there, if we survived the season, got rid of Bruce, got a couple of new players in, called Ward-Prowse and said, look, right, we're not fucking around anymore, we're not doing relegation, we're battling top 8, we're battling top 10, we're going to go for a good cup run. He's not going to get any better than that Southampton, is he? But he might have other suitors, that's the issue here, especially with breaking up the England scene. If he does make the Euros, then his price will go up massively. If he does feature, but obviously there's a lot of competition in that England squad, and especially in the starting lineup. But he's impressed so far, hasn't he, in the last week in those qualifiers. So I think Ward-Prowse, unless he is, you know, dedicated to Southampton, I'm not sure what being the captain and stuff, but I could see him at like an Everton. I could see him at like a West Ham. One of them teams at Leicester. One of them teams that do have money, ambition. But, you know, this is our world right now. This is Big Renty's world. It's Big Renty's Newcastle. So we're buying who Big Renty we're buying, and that is James Ward-Prowse, and that is at a price of 21 million on 5Yards. In real life, you're probably looking at a good 30 million like now, especially with England, 20, 30 million. Doing our letters now. 9 wins in the Premier League, 7 goals and 5 assists. Class for a team struggling at the bottom half of the table. His player prices went down actually, that was up. I think once, probably because of Southampton's performances, let's be honest. If it was on his individual, then he would have had more wins under his belt, would have pushed his competition price up and stuff, so that's working in our favour. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a load of scout reports. We've got William from 6 days ago. So let's have a look at what he makes of Ward-Prowse. Recommendation is buy. Of course it is. He knows a score. Level now 75. Bit harsh on Ward-Prowse, I think. I think that should be a bit higher. Potential to reach 85 though. Definitely true. And he is going to be coming into his peak now, coming into his prime years. Is a Premier League footballer, Ward-Prowse. This wants to go away. You know, you could go to Madrid if you want to do. Probably a bit much actually. Way too much. Getting carried away. Could go to the Liga though, couldn't he? You know, elsewhere. Other teams available over there. Or abroad, but I think he's the type of player that would stay here. But, you know, what stands out to me is James Ward-Prowse, David Beckham-esque on free kicks and corners. His set pieces are unbelievable. The way he whips the ball, very impressive. You know, James Ward-Beckham, he has the potential to definitely be a Champions League player. Definitely reach that 85 mark. And he deserves the move, I think. He deserves a big club. So, big on our ambitious Newcastle for me. Creative midfielder for Southampton, he says there. Great pass to the ball and dead ball specialist. Two good for Southampton, he knows the score. Spurs or Everton? Spurs. Spurs is a very good shout, actually. Well, good shout there, Big Willie. Good shout. Spurs, I could see him at Spurs. He could. Yeah, probably going to go there then, isn't he? But not in my world, he's not. Great on the ball, not the strongest midfielders. I don't know, I think when I've seen him, he doesn't look it, appearance-wise, but I don't think he shies away from a battle in the middle of the park. I think he can put himself about if he has to. Good point there about his mentality, struggling Saints team. Ward-Prowse steps up with vital goals and assists. He carries the club, he really carries the club. Like Shearer carried Newcastle for years, Ward-Prowse has carried Southampton. He's carried them big time, especially this year, but he gets better every game. For me, Ward-Prowse gets better every week. I just think he needs that move to step himself up, maybe his belief to step himself up every week, to be surrounded by better players, and he could really push on as a footballer and have a great finish to his career. Really a good 5 years left. Couldn't remember the England set up his dead ball delivery, very capable of getting goals and assists from midfield. Yes, he is, and that is what Newcastle need, and that is why I'm saying them. We look at Shelby now, absolute passenger these days, useless, lazy, crap, doesn't turn up half the time, all of the time, pretty much. Imagine Ward-Prowse alongside Isaac Hayes in the middle of the park. Great partnership, lovely England partnership. Should be going to the Euros, that. Ward-Prowse and Hayes in there, he'd offer Newcastle a lot. We need a new leader, Newcastle. I think there's not enough of them on our pitch, there's not enough voice. Someone who can look up to, someone who can try and inspire the team. And Ward-Prowse, you don't offer a totally different set of tactics. A lot more. Newcastle barely score goals from free kicks. We do the odd cross where the defender ourselves will pop. Imagine how many more goals and players we could get involved with, like a Ward-Prowse on the pitch for us in black and white. Could really improve the games. We could really see we pick up more points. Chip in with assists, chip in with goals. That type of midfielder Newcastle need creativity. We lack that so much. And we lack it getting out right to the wings. We lack it in the final third. Ward-Prowse could get amongst it. That's why I would sign him. So let's go down and make it happen. Buying all of it. Get him in. There he is. Signed, sealed, delivered. James Ward-Prowse at Big Ratings Newcastle. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of that video. What you thought of the targets. Did I pick the right one? Is there anyone I missed? Who should Newcastle sign in the summer to solve our centre mid problems? Cheers for watching, everyone. Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy yourself.